Guys, welcome back to Pipro vs YouTube channel where curiosity meets the code. Today we'll be discussing about BlueJ. So quickly let's go through the contents of this entire presentation. So firstly we have introduction. We're going to go what is BlueJ. We have the key features of BlueJ. We are going to go through the BlueJ interface, basic Java programming with BlueJ, and BlueJ documentation and tutorials will be presented here. Moving on for introduction, BlueJ is a user-friendly integrated development environment which is IDE specifically designed to make learning and teaching Java programming fun and interactive. What are the key features of BlueJ? It involves visual approach, beginner-friendly interface, built-in tutorials and activities, interactive features, and thriving community and support. So people who are starting to learn the BlueJ Python, they can execute it on BlueJ. It's very simpler and easier for you guys since you have a visual approach over there also. Moving on, this is the basic BlueJ interface. We'll see what are the parts in the coming slides. So here you can see there is a heading given, there are new class, we have compile inbuilt, we have a small programming which you can see the output here immediately. We have inbuilt few of the sets, coding is also provided here. So workspace and project your code playground. So BlueJ organizes code info workspace like a neat bookshelf for your projects. Each workspace can hold multiple projects, keeping your work organized. Create new workspace for different areas of study. Open existing projects to continue your Java adventures. Then we have object inspector, unveiling the object secrets. Here we have to explore the objects like a detective, uncovering their hidden details, and view attributes like an object's name or an age can be displayed. And we have call methods, which is action the object can perform, and we have examine relationship with other objects. Moving on, we have console your program's voice. So for how do you run? So firstly, run your program and see the output live in the console. So previously I showed you there was a box kind of thing. That is the output you are going to get out in the console. Then we have interact with programs by entering input and commands. And then we will be receiving error messages with helpful guidelines. Moving on, we have visualizing classes and objects, a colorful world. BlueJ paints a colorful picture of your code with visual diagrams, see classes and their relationship represented graphically. So since anything and everything you learn, if you presented it visually, it's easy to understand. This option is provided. And we have create objects by clicking on class icons. And we have interact with objects visually, calling methods and exploring the properties of it. So what about the customization objects which make it your own? So we have tailor BlueJ to your style and preferences, choose themes for a unique look, we have adjust font sizes and colors for easy reading, we have organized the workspace layout for efficient coding. So basic Java programming with BlueJ. Let's take a look at how Java is programmed with BlueJ. So variables and data type storage containers for your code. Variables is your data containers, like you put the data, like suppose a is equal to 23. So a is a container which is a variable. So imagine variables are labeled boxes that hold different types of information in your programs. They're essential for storing and managing data during a program execution. What are the basic type of Java? So we have int, double, string, and boolean. So int are like whole numbers. Double are stores decimal numbers like 3.14. You can see the examples. For string, it's a text value. So any kind of word with double quotes is a string value. And we have boolean. So boolean is either true or false. So it stores logical values. Moving on, for variables, data types and storages, we have declaring, initializing variable in BlueJ. Firstly, how do you initialize a variable in BlueJ? Choose a descriptive name. So name your variable meaningfully, like age is equal to 23, price is equal to 2000, is a student, yes or no. So this should represent what the data is actually specified about. Then specify the data type, indicate the type of the data variable will hold. So as you know, age is a int. So we have int age, and we have name is a boolean. sorry, name is a string, so string name. So again, is active or not, yes or no, it's a boolean, so boolean is active, and assign a value. So this is an optional, because in further programming also in future you can assign a value, it's not a big issue. So initially we just have to declare the variable, so you can just give int age and you can later declare the value, or you can give a value to it. Suppose int age is equal to 23, so your age variable will contain 23 as its number. So simple operations in BlueJ, which include arithmetic operations such as addition, subtraction, multiplication and division, and assigning the value. So here you can see we have declared age is equal to 25, price is equal to 9.99, etc. And we have comparison also. So comparing values using compare equalator, so greater than, equal to is also possible in Java using BlueJ. Moving on, you can see several examples here given, so you can pause the video, go through the examples, and you can see all the variables, kind of numbers that we have given, etc. So coming on to the next topic, we have expression and operations, which is math and logic in action. So firstly, we have to combine values and operators, expressions like mini calculators or logical statement within your code. They combine variables, values, and operation to produce new value or result. And mathematical operation perform arithmetic operations like, as I told you before, addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. That's an example, you can go through it. And what are logical operations? Logical, as I told you, that is a comparison operation. So we have equal to, not equal to, greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. We have and or not. Again, example is age is greater than or equal to 18. If that is true, there is a true value, else there is a false value. It's a Boolean value. Moving on, we have evaluating expressions in BlueJ. BlueJ calculates expression and displays the result in console. Use system.out.print to print the expression and their values. Example, system.out.print total cost plus price into quantity. So what will be the output? Total cost is equal to the individual piece into the how many quantity they have taken. Moving on, we have conditional statements. So it is like making choosing decision. So programs often need to make choices based on certain conditions, similarly to how you might choose a path based on a signpost. So if else statements enables this decision making process. So basically what happens, so we give a statement, if it's raining, I will wear a raincoat, else not wear a raincoat. So if it's raining, if the condition is true, if it's actually raining, it will print out, we have to wear a raincoat. Else, there is no need. It's the same format. Moving on, you can see example of BlueJ. It's a small program. So firstly, we have declared the age value. So it's an integer value of age, which contains 25. If age is equal to greater than or equal to 18, system.out.print, you are eligible to vote. Else system.print ln, you are not yet eligible to vote. So you guys know what is system.out.print. What is ln? Ln is basically the next line. It will be printed in the next line. So if you have to print two different statements, it won't display in the same line, it will display in the next line. So here, considering what will be the answer for it, so it will be you are eligible to vote since the condition is true. Moving on, loops for repetition. So if you want a certain program to keep repeating until certain condition fulfilled, we use loops. So firstly, repeating tools like a boss. Loops are like tireless assistants that repeat tasks without any complaint. They're essential for automating repetitive actions in your code. For loops counting steps, we use loops when you know exactly how many times to repeat a task. So suppose the structure is for, there is a condition and code repeat, and there is a closed braces. So until the condition is true, it will display the code. Once the code is stopped, it is stopped. A simple example in BlueJ, which includes for int I is equal to 0, I is less than 5, and I plus plus is equal to system.out.println hello loop. So what will be the output of here? So I is equal to, already it's initialized, and then we have I is less than 5. So obviously 0 is less than 5, and it will print hello loop. So how many times this condition is true? 5 times. So it will keep printing hello loop, hello loop, hello loop 5 times. So moving on, we have while loops going until the job's done. So how do we use a while loop and when do we use a while loop? Use while loop when you need to repeat as long as the conditions remain true. So as I mentioned before, until a certain condition is true, we can repeat the code. So you can see the structure while and you have to display the condition, open braces, code, and close braces. So our example is I give a number. Suppose I give a number as is equal to 1. So we have while number is less than 10, which is true. System.out.println the number and number plus plus. So here we are giving number plus plus because we want to increment the number. So then in the next loop, the number will not be 1, it will be incremented to 2. So again, 2 is less than 10, the condition is true, again it will print 2. Again we are incrementing the number, it will be 3. 3 is also less than 10 and it will be printing the number 3. So what will be the output of this program? It will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So after that, after 10, when the number is increased to 11, it will check the condition. So 10 is definitely not less than or equal to, 11 is not definitely less than or equal to 10. So the condition is false. So it comes out of the loop. Moving on, we have methods of mastering a code organization. Now, how do you master this code? Firstly, we organize your code like a librarian. So methods like neatly labeled boxes that stores readable chunks of code, they help keep your program organized, readable, and efficient. So you have to name a particular section of the code, like keep it organized, your entire program. If it's organized, it's easy to identify the errors as well. And the second point is structure of a method. The basic components such as name, a descriptive name that reflects its purpose. Suppose you have to calculate the area or grade users. Parameters, optional inputs that the method can receive like recipes, ingredients. Return value, optional output that the method sends back like a chef's finished dish. Moving on, we have defining calling method. In BlueJ, the syntax is public return type method name parameters and we write the code and we have a return value and then we close the braces. Yeah. So after the loops, so you guys know basically what kind of loop statements is done. So we have discussed the for loop with the condition and while loop with the condition. So the next one is defining the calling methods in BlueJ. So there is something called as calling method. So you basically define the entire program in one of the, like suppose take it for a calculator function. So you define entire calculator function in one and you can just call the function below and do the program. So it's more organized and you can exactly remember the errors in that. So that is the calling method. So what's the syntax of that? So you can see here public return type method name and the parameters that you're going to pass to this method. And when you're calling the method, we have code within the method. So the entire method has the code and we have return value. What should be the return value? So how do you call? So we enter the public return type method and you pass the parameter. So suppose I have age as my parameter. So I pass my age. So public return type method name, age, what is the age that I want to give? Suppose 15, 16, etc. So moving on, we have object creation and interaction with BlueJ. So the first point is from blueprints to houses. Classes are like blueprints that defines the structure and behavior of objects, and objects are like actual houses built from those blueprints, each with its own unique characteristics. And for creating object in BlueJ, we have to demonstrate how to create an object from the class in BlueJ. Right click on the class icon and we can get an option of new, and each object has its own identity and memory space. So the third point is we have to work on properties and methods. So objects have properties. Properties in the sense the attributes like age, the housing, rent, etc. that stores their data like a house, color, size, or etc. Objects have methods also, actions that they can perform like a house opening its doors, turning on its light. So I've given an example for you guys to understand. Like methods is like we call the function and if you call the function, the entire program will be defined, which we have given in the previously above. And then we have explained how to access properties and call methods using a dot notation, object name, property name, and object name, dot method name, etc. Moving on, the documentation process, which is a little bit easier than the rest of the things. So here, BlueJ documentation and tutorials, as you guys all know, it's inbuilt tutorials, leverage BlueJ's interactive tutorials to learn step by step, tackling the concepts like variables, loops, and objects. Online documentation, so access of your each and every documentation that is required for you to execute this program will be provided, detailed explanation and reference guides. And we have sample projects, suppose explore pre-built project within BlueJ, dissecting their code and gaining inspiration for your own creation. So you can go there and take a look at what kind of programming is done, what are the programs, and what creative ways we can execute BlueJ. And the second one is online communities and forums. There is a ton number of online communities and forums, so you can join a conversation in any platform which you prefer, keep it Telegram or even on few Discord, etc. So immerse yourself in vibrant online communities like BlueJ Forum, Stack Overflow, connect with fellows learners, get help with the code challenges, and learn from experienced developers. And later we have share your knowledge. Contribute to the community by answering questions, sharing your projects, and helping other advance their Java skills. Moving on, we have future learning paths. Again, books and courses, dive deeper with high quality books and online courses, which are few of them are really free so that you can gain more knowledge, that dive into advanced Java concepts and frameworks and libraries, etc. And certifications, it's again another important part where pursue Java certification to validate your skills and enhance your career prospects. So the last one will be challenges and projects. Immerse the challenge, test your newfound knowledge by tackling BlueJ's built-in challenges or experimenting with your own coding puzzles. So there in the website, if you see, there are n number of channels from 1 to say suppose 30. Try taking your test from 1 to 30 to enhance your skills. And we have project time. Bring your learning to life by building small applications, games, or interactive programs. Use your creativity. Apply your Java skills to solve real world problems. So try bringing your Java concept everywhere in your life. See how you can make your life easier by doing such kind of programs. So this was it for BlueJ. Let me know if you are interested in any other kind of programming language, how to work with it, etc.